So I'm in Swakeleys Park today and I've just done my first session, which was lovely. It's been a glorious day. I'm actually dressed for the winter and I'm actually boiling hot now. So if you have a look around here, obviously you can see behind me, there's a lot of interesting stuff. So I always talk about, this is like a massive storyboard for a dog and there's lots of messages and stories going on all around here. Now, I was just working with Ollie and he's such a gorgeous dog, but he walks at 100 miles an hour, so he's missing all these messages. So while we're walking across here, he's hyper vigilant, he's always on the lookout for other dogs. There's lots of wildlife here, so we've got ducks and lovely stuff. What I'm always questioning with that is why they're not sniffing and taking in the messages. So we spent a little more time coming away from the things that are a little arousing, which is this side over here. I'm rubbish at this. So over this way is where the ducks and the water is. So we did spend some time there just watching the ducks and letting him process. And then we spent more time in places where he can sniff, and we just hung about. Rather than just walking around the park, like I've got to get my daily exercise in and get this dog's daily exercise in, which was fueling his adrenaline. What we were trying to do was bring his arousal down a little bit, let him process. Because if dogs are walking at 100 miles around this park and then they see, 100 miles an hour around this park, and then they see other dogs, they're more likely to be very heightened in their reaction, which is what was happening with Ollie. But actually when we break it down, Ollie's actually a little bit unsure about how to interact with the dog. So although he went in quickly, he would, as soon as they went to interact with him, he'd sort of step back and jump back a bit. And although it looks like from a different eye that was play, actually that wasn't what was going on at all. He was really unsure, doesn't quite know what to do. So what we gave him permission was to sniff, and we move on quickly. So we didn't rush, we just moved on so that he had the choice for an out, and he was choosing to come out of that situation quite quickly. Whereas in normal situations, actually Ollie ends up getting told off by other dogs because he's nose up the butt and not recognising when the dog's saying, I'd rather not interact, thank you. So we were just doing a little bit of slowing down, and if that means you'll walk, you don't get round the whole park, it's much better that he has a nice quality slow meandering walk as much as possible versus just racing around and not processing anything. So that's my little bit of feedback today. I'm going, what's my next session? Oh, I've got another session in Pinner, so I'm off there now. Thought I'd share that with you today, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.